slave, hero, soldier, politician. These four words barely scrape the surface of Robert Smalls. Robert Smalls' life is ripe for the silver screen. Robert Smalls was born in 1839 as a slave and a cabman behind his master Henry McKee's house on 511 Prince Street in Beaufort, South Carolina. Smalls' master sent him to Charleston at the age of 12 to be hired out as a laborer, with the money paid to his master. In his teen years, his love of the sea led him to find work on Charleston's docks and wharves. Smalls was a dock worker, a rigger, a sailmaker, and eventually worked his way up to become a wheelman, more or less a pilot, though slaves were not honored by that title. As a result, he was very knowledgeable about Charleston Harbor. In April 1861, the American Civil War began with the Battle of Fort Sumter in nearby Charleston Harbor. In the fall of 1861, Smalls was assigned to steer the CSS Planter, a lightly armed Confederate military transport under the command of Charleston's district commander, Brigadier General Roswell S. Ripley. Smalls gained the confidence of the Planter's crew and owners. On the evening of May 12th, Planter was docked as usual at the wharf below General Ripley's headquarters. Her 3 white officers disembarked to spend the night ashore, leaving Smalls and the crew on board, as was their custom. About 3 a.m., May 13th, Smalls and 7 of the 8 slave crewmen made their previously planned escape to the Union blockade ships. Smalls put on the captain's uniform and wore a straw hat similar to the captain's. He sailed the Planter past what was then called Southern Wharf and stopped at another's wharf to pick up his wife and child and the families of the other crewmen. Smalls guided the ship past the 5 Confederate harbor forts without incident as he gave the correct signals at checkpoints. The Planter had been commanded by Captain Relay, and Smalls copied Relay's manners and straw hat on deck to fool Confederate onlookers from shore and the forts. The Planter sailed past Fort Sumter at about 4:30 a.m. He headed straight for the Union Navy fleet, flying a white bedsheet as a surrendered flag. The Planter had been seen by the USS Onward, was about to fire until crewmen spotted the white flag. He surrendered the Planter and her cargo to the United States Navy. Smalls' escape plan had succeeded. Smalls, just turned 23, quickly became known in the North as a hero for his daring exploit. Newspapers reported his actions, and the U.S. Congress passed a bill awarding Smalls and his crewmen the prize money for the Planter. Smalls' share came to $1,500, equivalent to $35,985 in 2016. Smalls joined the Navy. At the request of Major General David Hunter, Smalls went to Washington to persuade President Lincoln to let black men fight in the Union Army. Secretary of War Edward Stanton signed an order to let 5,000 African American men to serve in the Army. Immediately following the war, Smalls returned to his native Beaufort, where he purchased his former master's house at 511 Prince Street. In 1874, Smalls was elected to the United States House of Representatives, where he served 2 terms from 1875 to 1879. From 1882 to 1883, he represented South Carolina's 5th Congressional District in the House. Smalls died in 1915 at the age of 75. The monument to Smalls in this churchyard is inscribed with a statement he made to the South Carolina legislature in 1895. My race needs no special defense, for the past history of them in this country proves them to be equal of any people anywhere. All they need is an equal chance in the battle of life.